Hey girl, hey. Welcome back to the Slay Girl Slay podcast. Welcome to a new year. Welcome to your year. I've missed you guys so freaking much. You just don't know. I hope everyone had a beautiful holiday with their families and their friends and a great new year and just took some time to relax with their family and just get yourself together for the savagery that's about to take place this year. I'm so excited. Since we last spoke, so much has happened. I ended up going home to Chicago to spend a few weeks with my family. Got to spend so much time with my mom. Every year I host an annual cookie bake with friends and cousins, and it's just like a whole vibe. I love it. It was the 6th year that we did it this year, and that was loads of fun. I also ended up getting some sort of stomach flu or a virus or something while I was at home, and girl, it was nasty. It was not cute, but I went into the new year a couple pounds lighter. Won't he do it? So that was cool. Was down for the count for a few days, but obviously I pulled it right together right in time for the new year, which I brought in some pajamas and fuzzy socks. Skin was super moisturized, and a small glass of champagne with my mom. So it was a great one for me, and I've been keeping up with all of you on our break, and you guys have been staying connected with us, which was also amazing. And from your pictures and your DMs that you send, just saying, hey girl, hey, and checking in, it looks like a lot of you had a beautiful time off with your family as well. So I'm so excited to be back with all of you and that we're kicking off season 2 of the Slay Girl Slay podcast. I am so ready for this. But it is now February, which means Slay Girl Slay is officially 1 year old today. Oh my gosh. How sway. It's our birthday month, and we'll be celebrating all month long with various giveaways and fun stuff on our website and social media. So definitely make sure you stay connected. It's been such a great year and super excited to celebrate with all of you. Slay Girl Slay has so much in store for everyone this year. So make sure you're subscribed to not only the podcast, but our email list. And those of you that are already on our email list already know that we rarely send out emails unless something major is about to happen. So make sure you sign up. You can do that on our webpage, www.slaygirlslay.com, and get in on the good stuff. And we are just going to take this and rock it out. So buckle up, boo, because this is about to be one hell of a ride. We posted a meme on our Instagram a few weeks ago, but it's one of my favorite memes because of how much weight I think it holds. And the meme reads, sometimes you have to slide your credentials across the table and remind people of who you are. And I couldn't help but think how many times we enter into a room and we get smaller and we don't talk quite as loud around some people. We let certain people talk to us and treat us in a way that maybe they shouldn't be doing. And we feel like because we don't have $1 million in the bank with 500,000 followers and a poppin' Shopify account that we can't be bosses and titans within our own rights and in our respective fields. And I couldn't help but think, you know what? This is how we're starting this year. This year, we're starting with power. This year, we're starting with authority. This year, we're starting with confidence. And I truly believe that all of you are sitting on something great. All of you have a purpose that's way bigger than yourselves. And some of you know exactly what that purpose is. And others, you're on track to discovering what that purpose is. And either way, it's important. Because some people will go through life not knowing what they were supposed to do on this earth and never flourish. And I believe in my heart of hearts that every single one of you listening that are under the sound of my voice are in alignment or getting in alignment with what that purpose is. And often we get so caught up in the work of it all and the hustle and the grind and the looking around at where we are and trying to take a minute to appreciate how far we've come that we lose that sense of authority we get when we do get our small victories because our heads are down. and your head is down, you're grinding it out, you're going through life, you're working on the inside as you are doing things on the outside. And sometimes things work out, sometimes they don't. And you're learning to be resilient and keep going. And while, yes, I want you to be exactly that, I want your head down, feet running on the ground. But I also want you to catch the brevity of the moves you are making, big or small, because you're still moving. A win is a win is a win at the end of the day, and you have to take a minute and remember just how much you've won thus far. Count up your victories. Count up the times you wanted to pat yourself on the back, big or small, y'all. Count them. And I know you're like, Ash, I don't have credentials to be sliding across the table. It's just little old me. I'm just out here just trying to do my thing. I'm not that big. I really haven't done anything. I'm not that great. Oh, but you do. Oh, but you are. You just don't realize it. And think about the beginning of 2018 and think about today, exactly where you are right now listening. What changed? What did you gain? What did you let go? Where did you go? Who did you see? What did you get to do? Because some people, and we're sending them love today, but some people will act like all that you have, all that you've accomplished, all that you've been through really don't amount to nothing. People will act like they don't see your wins and only look at what you lost at. And going into this season, I want you to know just who you really are and be ready to be the first to correct someone when you know you're a 10, but they keep coming at you like you're a 2. No, not today, not tomorrow, not this year. So I'm going to tell you guys a really quick story because y'all know I always got a story to tell. But when I was home for the holidays with family, leave it to family to call you out on something. And regardless of what you're doing and what you got going on in your life and how well you're doing, there is always going to be some family member that goes for the gut and wants to call you out on your shortcomings. And I have this uncle, bless his heart. And in front of everyone at our Christmas party, he decides it's time to question me about my love life. And I love my uncle. I do. I truly do. But he's loud and he commands a room and will not leave you alone until you acknowledge him. So he's screaming my name to get my attention. He then asks, "Where's your boyfriend? You never bring a man home for us to meet. Where your man at? You met anyone out there in California?" No. "So there's no cute black man out there for you?" "Yes, there are tons, but I am not in a relationship with any of them." "Oh, so what? So you dating a Mexican guy now?" "Oh, so now we're jumping in the race debate?" "No, not a Mexican." "So he's a white man?" "No. Nope. Not a white man. Not dating for the 5th time." Then he screams for everyone to hear, "Oh, so you're a lesbian now?" And it's funny now, but in that moment, I had to bite my tongue from popping off at an uncle for thinking just because I'm not in a relationship right now that I'm a lesbian. So instead of saying something really mean and full of shade and giving him the joy that I had that day, I said, "You know what, Uncle? I made my parents proud this year. I made myself proud this year. This year was full of highs and lows, and I'm still here. I have a brand that I'm proud of, full of women that are out here killing it, and I get to encourage them and motivate them every single day to be their best selves, and slowly but surely, we are taking over the world. So no, I'm not dating a black man, a Mexican man, a white man, or a lesbian at the time. But when that chapter of my life begins, you'll be the first to know." And then I walked away. For a while, I was this super quiet, super sweet, nice Ashley that everyone knew that you can just say things to, and I just brush it off casually, or it didn't really bother me, and if it did, I wouldn't show it. And there was a sense of timidness that I carried when I entered a room, or when I looked at women that I wanted to be like, because in my heart, I felt like I just didn't have what it took. I didn't speak up for myself enough, so people passed judgment that I was just this nice girl with a good attitude that didn't bite back. Girl, bye. Not today. And I had to serve my uncle that nice slice of humble pie because no more Miss Nice Girl. You want to know why? Because I know my credentials. I know how far I've come. I know how hard I work. I know how much of myself I'm putting into, how I want to feel on the inside and on the outside. And I refuse to let anyone make me believe any different. Some of y'all will let family and friends just say whatever they want to you because of the title they hold in your life. And let me be the first to tell you, sis, I don't care if you're mom or dad, brother, sister, boss, best friend, sister, cousin Tracy has even the slightest thought or opinion about you, who you are, and what you do. Not today, not tomorrow, not this year. The work you put into being this great woman you know you are will not be compromised. We said last year you have to protect your dreams at all costs, and that is true. The dream is protected. Today, you must protect you at all costs. Because how we gonna be go-getters and dream chasers and constantly let people and situations continue to take our minds and hearts places that they don't need to be? Now let's look at it on the flip side. Let's say Uncle wasn't served his nice slice of humble pie and got away with diminishing my self-worth because I didn't show up to the Christmas party with a man. I would have gone home. I would have been upset. I would have started feeling sorry for myself, like, dang, you know what? He's right. Another year, no boyfriend. Another holiday with no man. Another year with no guaranteed Christmas gifts. You know what I'm saying? And it happens so fast, y'all. 1 minute you can be in your groove, enjoying yourself, and the next someone can say something that can just snatch that joy away. But you have to look at them with some authority like, sir, ma'am, do you know who I am? Do you know what I can do? Do you know who I am, Susan? I don't think you do. And to keep it real cute, y'all, sometimes if I'm being honest, we got to say that to ourselves. I wish when I was coming up and being timid, standing next to giants in their industries, that I had the quick reality check with myself and said, boo, yes, you. Do you know who you are? Hello. Do you know how much the game is about to change because of you? Do you, Ash? Wake up. And it's one thing to be kind and nice, which we are, but it's another to let people walk all over you, to just talk to you any kind of way and give their opinions about what's going on in your life. Some people will take your kindness for weakness, and that doesn't necessarily mean that they are out to get you or that they are bad people, but they merely think that because you are humble, because you are doing right and living right and staying in your lane, that you won't stick up for yourself. I also have a friend who's been in corporate for some time now and at a very well-known advertising firm. And she's been on the team for a while and she's done some really cool projects, but has never run lead on any major advertising campaigns. She has the credentials to do it right. She has the tenure. She has the creativity under her belt. She has the experience. So when an opportunity to run this new campaign that they are doing comes up, she puts her name in the hat to go for it. But she gets denied. And she goes to her boss to get a better understanding and know why she was looked over to run lead. And her boss says, and I quote, you are a nice team member. We just want someone on the project that's more assertive and can really own the project and make it great. So, when she called me and told me about this, she was pissed, right? Y'all know how we are when the job pisses us off. I'm done with them. I'm about to find me a new job. They ain't paying me enough money anyway, just going through the works. And I'm like, girl, if you don't march your behind back to that office tomorrow, right into your boss's office and slide your credentials across the table and remind him of who you are. You have the most experience on that team. You have the most ideas. You have that master's that you worked hard on year after year. You go in there and you get that. And sometimes it takes you taking a second to remind yourself of who you really are. Sometimes I have to walk past the mirror and go back and say, Ash, hey, just in case you forgot, you got the sauce, boo. Don't forget that. Just because you are a nice girl, and I'm air quoting nice, doesn't mean you can't be a boss at whatever you do. Doesn't mean you can't be a leader. It doesn't mean you can't collect people and serve them a nice slice of humble pie when they deserve it. Because here's what happens when you let go of being so nice and you let go of that fear of what people will say or how they will react to you. You begin to trust in yourself more. You begin to make more decisions on your own and not look for people's approval. Your level of being unbothered about little things starts to go up and you become happier. My friend did go back and set up a meeting with her boss, and obviously they can't give her the project because it had already gone to someone else, but you know what she walked out with? A promotion, which in my opinion was a bigger win than leading any of the projects. But it took her going back, taking a minute to think about her wins, taking a minute to think about what she brings to the table, about how far she's come, and being able to articulate that and facing that boss and reminding him of who she was, reminding him of the wins she has under her belt. You have degrees you've earned, miles you've traveled, places you have been, milestones you have accomplished, goals you have met, sat at tables you didn't think you deserved to sit at, but guess what? You did it. Stop thinking you are unqualified for everything. Since when? When did you become unqualified? And who said it? The internet? Your friends? Your family? You are more than qualified to do what you are doing. Be who you are. Go the places you want to go. Sit at the tables you want to sit at. Negotiate with the people you want to negotiate with. You are qualified. So whatever you've accomplished, big or small, add it to the credentials and don't be afraid to slide them across the table in case somebody forgets. Walk everywhere you go, whether that be your place of work, events that you go to, family functions, with authority, with power, with confidence, and of course, ready to serve a little humble pie if you need to. All right, you guys, that wraps us up for this week. I would much appreciate it if you guys would leave a comment in the comment section with your thoughts on the Slay Girl Slay podcast, and even more if you would subscribe. Send me an email with any topics or feedback on today's podcast, and you can always find us on Instagram at SlayGirlSlay, or come visit us on our website at www.slaygirlslay.com. Until next week, we will chat soon. Peace.